Hello, good evening. Hello, Jones. I've spent the last 20 minutes trying to get this game to stop crashing. And it seems to be holding steady. Fingers crossed. It seems to be doing okay temporarily, so it's a nightmare. It's all the games on my Xbox Games Pass app. So anything that gets run through Xbox, always, like, that's the only time I ever seem to have a problem with the game crashing. Nothing crashes on Steam. I don't have any problems when I play games through Epic. It's just the Xbox app. It's destined to make my life fucking traumatic. So I'm in an angry mood now. I'm very bitter. I just want to get this game finished, and then we can move on and play Monkey Island. Oh, I wanted to test something out as well. Hang on, let me just see. Ah, okay. You can pet the pet. You can pet the xenomorph. And I'd not done it before, so I just wanted to see. Oh, that's cute. Also, you can make the xenomorph skip. Oh, he skips! Look at him go! That's fun. Okay. Sorry, that was for my own amusement. I wanted to check that out. Right. I think we've maybe just got like an hour of this left. I could not have finished it the other day. My voice was ruined. I was way too tired. How are you doing anyway? How are you on this nice Sunday? Ah, I do like that one. That's a cute one. A little crystal heart. It does look good actually as a sticker. I like that one. Yes, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better than I am. Very angry. Okay. You're still in bed. Good. That's where you belong on a Sunday. It's just in bed all day. Right. Let's have some water before I begin. I need to get up and shower. Oh, very well then. You should do that then. Go shower. I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. Okay, so we did do this bit. It's just where the autosave is, so. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Ah, oh, that's a nice placement. Yay. Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Oh, I like that sticker. Thank you. I feel a bit cheerier now. Oh. No. Oh my god. Forget it. Forget it. I thought we were doing well for so long. The game hadn't crashed in like 10 minutes. Oh, son of a bitch. If it crashes again, we're just gonna go straight onto Monkey Island, and I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this game later on. Did I make it crash with unicorn farts? The game could not handle unicorn farts. Let's see how far we can get. If it does it, I cannot.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
This is another reason I shouldn't have actually stopped playing the other day on Friday. I should have just pushed through and finished the game because I didn't consider what would happen if I couldn't get the game to stabilize. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is, him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains, you'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we could do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded. Maybe I'll talk about politics since no one is here. What's got your goat this time? I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Democrats were projected to get wrecked and we did really well. Oh, that's good. Maybe even gained a seat. Oh, well, that's positive then. You happy with that outcome, Jones? Great. Can we get back to the story now? This next part is the important bit. Awesome. This is from when you voted the other day. Is it? I have this radio I upgraded with my mum, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? It means Republicans won't get the chance to act like complete knobs for the next 2 years. Oh, good. Always a good thing. Always positive. I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modewell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor. Her work must be complete before the festival. So I guess Nellie was replacing the doctor that got murdered? I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she's finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir. I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We're in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. If I might suggest, maybe we should delay, just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline. And rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly. not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You're only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. You sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? Okay, good shower, Jones. That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So, if she's not coming out, we've got to go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome map from my mum's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys, we have a deadline, we have an objective, we have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
It's a heist. I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your
He
new...
waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? Bah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you going to persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Godspeed. Right, I don't remember what Jeff looks like. Is Jeff the... The, like, janitor guy? Undaunted, he shook his head. Over? No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction, but he can he really pull through? You're not Jeff. You ever wondered why an agricultural company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards? They say they're just trying to make us happy. Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction. Very true. Oh, you're Jeff. Hey, Jeff. What can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate perennial harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I mean... I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So, we're gonna break into the headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Hee hee. You see, I knew you kids were alright. Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Why would he help us rascals? Shit. Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Hee. Can I go back? No. Maybe I can just pick another
Luca
word.
wasn't ready. He shouted out.
Oh yeah, try again. Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What do you say? Go ahead and hide then. Oh, we're calling him a coward.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Yay, we got Jeff. Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gubs should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Hey Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of... shit. To each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has kind of been... hard. You know? Yeah, well, life's always hard. Get over it. We ain't interested. Damn it. Maybe it's been strange.
Luca knew he tried.
Giant bags of shit.
Iggy gave a reluctant.
Yeah. Life has been kind of strange.
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we pull together? Pull our hostilities, at least for now. We don't pull away from nothing. Damn it. What's off? No, okay. Giant bags of shit. Life has been
Iggy
strange.
considered the pull.
I'm offering a truce. Break? Break our hostilities, at least for now. We do like breaking things. Even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after all this is done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
Aww. I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Aw, see, the bullies aren't that bad. They just want to be involved.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
The disguise is just a mustache. And a tool belt. Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder? I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo
I'm...
panicked.
A harvest awaits. Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. A harvest awaits. Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yup. Suck on this, perennial ham fist. What was
The
that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Okay, okay. Whew, that was close. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rolo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Oh, maybe it's something... Is there a secret button? Oh god, so many corridors. Oh, there's too many corridors. This whole place just feels fake. But of all things, a fake plant? Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca, what are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay? Oh no, what's up, Jones?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? I had a dream about cleaning the shower and it's absolutely spotless this morning. Did you actually just get up and clean the shower in the night? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Okay, you should stick with me. I've got a plan. Oh, and it isn't spotless this morning. Ah.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
How disappointing. Wait. Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not, I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electronic lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. Wait, isn't number 24601, isn't that the guy from Les Mis? Isn't that his like prisoner number? Or is it something else? I thought it was 24601. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. You never seen Les Mis? It's quite good, but I feel like I went through a phase where I watched it a lot, and now I'm sort of done with it. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have any way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess: underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Oh, or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. Angela Lansbury was so good in Beauty and the Beast. She really was. Was it a good, The Beast looks so weird when he turns into a human. I know, right? He's so much better as the Beast. That's why she pulls that weird face when he transforms and she's like, These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your look.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
I feel I have to look this up. I'm pretty sure that's his number from Les Mis. I don't remember what he's called. Jean Valjean. Jean Valjean. Jean Valjean number 24601. Prisoner 2. Yeah, that's got to be a Les Mis reference. Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? I have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door's marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Yeah, that's a silent alarm. Well, maybe not so silent, but... Crap, we've got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is. Go, go, go. Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you're just trying to help. Oh man, no water cups. Rollo. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You could turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Did I also like the Skarsgård Tarzan movie? I've only watched it once, and I don't really remember being that impressed by it. I was excited to watch it, sure, when it came out, and it certainly piqued my interest. But I don't remember it being very good, and I don't really have any desire to watch it again. Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Kick him in the dick. When the beast comes down from the ball and he's dressed all colonial. Make a break for it. Yeah. Did that little shit just kick me? Ah, same vibes. I see. Don't just stand there. After them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom. Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the young chemist's lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. Yeah, he was forced to drink it, and that's what turned him into a big boy. They named it Tempest Liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It's a prequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the same vibes, I think. Yeah. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You could think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempest liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities. They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. Even Jar Jar Binks was a better representative than Kathy McMorris Rogers. I don't know who that is. Oh, a comment about a Republican. Ah. Oh dear. You don't want to ever be considered worse than Jar Jar Binks. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Jar Jar was literally an evil Sith. I have heard that, yes. I have heard that theory. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Dr. Prescott is dead. Yeah. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. That's why we gotta get you out of here. I just... like, now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up before you came. I wonder why they pivoted away from that storyline so hard. If you look at the eyes in the prequels, he was clearly designed to be a Sith. Yeah, I think at some point I did read a big fan theory about Jar Jar. But I'm not into Star Wars enough to have my own theories. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Modwill. Heading your way now. Roger that. Be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Yeah, but I bet he's got a key in the desk. Looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with the party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
That was close. When we left Nolly's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rollo. Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. It's definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else, huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no. Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwill, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it. Tempus liquamine. You discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwill. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
Well, that's gonna smash. May I present to you the eighth wonder
Before
of the...
he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Yeah, Rollo, drink it. Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the effort of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo. You just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost. No, there has to be something.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. I felt this game could have used a more aggressive editor. Oh, I'm stuck. What with the dialogue? Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with the stolen keycard. There was an accident. She'd been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. It's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
So this is still going to freeze
Chapter
everything,
8.
no?
Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
She beating up all the guards with a cane. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas, Gran. That's awful nice of you, but I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest,
Right, so
just as Solomon finished up his speech.
There's no cold snap this time. Thankfully, we could dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents.
Oh no, that was for Rollo.
A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Yeah, you swapped the vials, huh?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... junk? Junk, I think.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Maybe the cigar ash won't have any effect. I might have picked the wrong word. Oh god, what was it? Oh wow, we just killed him. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed.
Dude cracks 3 eggs into a bong. What? Why?
Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines. A new chance to let go of the things they had
And then
lost
drinks the
and grab
egg.
hold of the new
Ew.
future.
Just raw eggs.
The end.
Yeah, okay, so I picked the wrong word though.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Raw bong water eggs. Ew. With a little change. I think it might be malice, but I want to see what this says.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? He was proud. That's so grim. That's gonna be so disgusting. Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy crap. He's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. Ah, this is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
No, he doesn't look innocent, does he? He's still gonna grow up and be a dick, though. Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. Hey! Sticker party! Yay! Oh. Oh, mustache. Try and put the mustache on the dog. Oh, almost. Almost. Everywhere but on the dog's face. Ah, getting closer. Nah. Ah. Wow, just nothing but mustaches. That one's pretty close. You did get one quite close to going on the dog. Oh, an attempt was made. Thank you, Jones, for the sticker party. We did fairly well there. That would be a great help, thank you. I know, I guess the sticker that you use to trigger the sticker party doesn't get heard. So I didn't get the jump scare. Rest in peace, your jump scare. They look like cat poops on my phone. Yeah, they do look a bit like sluggish, like a bit like slugs or cat poop, I guess.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Oh, we did. Oh, maybe that is the right way to do it. We made it to the epilogue.
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. So, we still don't know that Gran is our mom, right?
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Oh, I guess maybe he does know. Okay. Yeah, but it depends what timeline we're on. He didn't know earlier that that his gran was actually his mother. There she is. Yeah, we know. That's one thing. It's hard to keep track of what we know and what the characters in this particular branch know. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I wonder if they can reverse the process then and get her young again. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. Right, let's go to the treehouse then. Can we go back this way? We can. Achoo. But we're still living in this fake town. Oh, that actually blended quite well then. Oh. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo, 1 Luca rule. Yeah, they do like similar beats. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Iona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll really go to his head. But I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. Just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Oh, he looks happy now. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Oh, well, that's nice. Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here. This is something I can be proud of. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. You could get an Xbox for under $300. Is that an Xbox? What's the new one? One S? Xbox One? I never remember what Xbox call what their like progression is. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. That was the one. Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty good. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned the more that you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Oh, I'm not allowed to explore. Okay. Now, did I get everything? Fishing. Okay. Damn it.
Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand. Those things always...
Okay, well I did this though. Little higher. PlayStation 5 is under $600. Little lower. Yep. Little higher. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. $4.59 for base. You thought they were like 900. That would have been pretty steep. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? They'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Oh, now we can go to the house. Okay. One last sit down on the beanbag. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, you know, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thanks Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavouring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
Wish I don't have to buy a console to play Mario Kart. A Switch? It's a lot of... Yeah, I suppose getting a Switch is a lot of money just for Mario Kart. That would be acceptable. He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? I'd stream Mario Kart 24/7 though. I do like Mario Kart. I don't actually own it for the Switch at the minute, because it was quite expensive. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. There's always time for biscotti. Zariel, you gotta come see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. As if. No. It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares. What's today's news that needs knowing? I give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to the newspaper. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mineshaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals. Sort of writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget about us when you become a big, fancy reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. We both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me. I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends. I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why is that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine, I'll wait. Well, she's been through a lot, you know. Wow, back for seconds? It's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something alright. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back, terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that, when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
I'll leave them to it then. Can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. Just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Mrs. Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Maybe I'll do that.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. Guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Sure thing. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walter my own time. You run along now.
With Perennial Harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Jeff's wild ride. Come on, come on. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynastus titius. And that's good? It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Dang, they boarded up the way in. I think we've pretty much explored everywhere. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. My mum's prepared this tree especially for you. I didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Take Jeff's wild ride. Let's go. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good-looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me.
What? Oh my god, I don't know. Do I want to see that video? Is it awful? Is that something I want to see? No.
It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending, I'm at a loss for words.
Well then.
Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some alone time now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh god. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favourite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey Dad. Dr. Modwill says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. That didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Aww. Aw, that was so sweet. I really enjoyed that. That had a really good story as well. It was really, really held my interest. That was good. Took quite a bit longer than I expected. I'm glad we didn't finish on playing the other night because it was another hour and a half. So it's good that it was right to take a break, I think. The character development was unparalleled. Yeah, they did really good character development. It reminded me a lot of Night in the Woods, like a lot. That was fun. Yeah, pleasant surprise. So next, we're gonna play, what is it? Return to Monkey Island, or the Secret of Monkey Island, I think. Oh, very good. Only the 4th time this has ever happened during midterm elections. Oh, wow. I wonder if I can go back and do pick a different option right at the end. Republicans must be absolutely livid right now. They spent so much money. Can I skip this? I had a lot of backers. Very true. Wow, I had a lot of backers. So this was like a Kickstarter game. Yeah, I guess so. I think so. I've never backed anything on Kickstarter. Like, I never go on and look at games, but really get your money's worth. I guess so. I suppose it depends how much you pledged, how much you backed. But yeah, I've never looked at Kickstarter games. I think I added the music on Spotify already, but it's got a really good soundtrack. I'm pretty sure Aww. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely be listening to this. Ooh, is it gonna let me... Yeah, so you can go in and... So let me just very quickly, because I think that this is also a dead end. Malice.
I tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
This is the only branching path we've not taken now. The whiskey from his office. Dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh, he popped into confetti. I love it. Now that's what I call 80 proof whiskey. Damn, dude.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him.
I like this person just exploded into confetti and the crowd just thinks it's hilarious.
The end.
There we go. I just, for the sake of my completionistness, I needed to
That was
do that.
unexpected.
I feel glad that we went back and saw him explode into confetti. That was worth it.
Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but
They used the confetti
to
whiskey
say?
to kill their worst criminals. At least it's entertaining.
I'm only writing the damn thing.
Okay, and then I think we've looked at every option everywhere. I didn't get all the words, but we're done, aren't we? We are done. Exit.